Just getting a little night air to clear my mind. That's good. That's nice. Sea air is so refreshing. It revitalizes my entire body. My mind is blocked. Thoughts or ideas. Most unusual for me. Most times they fill up my brain and overflow it like a cascading fountain. Tonight, nothing. Still, I have the urge to write. No need to worry, something will come. Always does. These things happen to all in my profession. Writer's block, we call it. It's just temporary. However, it's going to be a very long temporary. Nothing is coming. My nerves are tightening. Oh, God, help me. No, I take that back. I mustn't rely on a collaboration with the Almighty. What selfishness to ask God to take time out of his day to help me come up with an idea for a story. I'm sorry, dear Lord. I'll go home and try to sleep. Tomorrow is another day. If, however, anything does occur to you during the night, I would appreciate it kindly if you were to make it known to me. Even if it's just a germ of an idea, it doesn't have to be original. I'm very clever at twisting things around. Look how desperate I've become. Asking the Lord to resort to plagiarism to help with my petty needs. Home. I must get home and to bed before this thing becomes serious.
You, sir. I have a word with you, sir.
Who's there? I can't quite see you in the dark.
Evening, sir. I was wondering if you might be in the mood for a little, entertainment this evening.
Entertainment? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do, sir. Entertainment. Amusement, so to speak. A little diversion, if you know what I mean.
I think I do know what you mean, and I'm not interested. You should know better than to make such a proposal to a gentleman. Go on, go off with you.
But you've never seen anything like this before, sir. That I promise you. This is a once-in-a-lifetime offer. Are you not even a little bit curious?
Curiosity is the nature of my profession, sir, but I try to keep it morally elevated.
Perhaps you're right, sir. Perhaps you're right. This may be too much for a gentleman of your sensitivities.
Oh, wait!
Got you with the last one, didn't I?
This asking, mind you, but what exactly is this entertainment you speak of?
Well, sir, how would you like to see a drowned man?
I beg your pardon?
A drowned man! A man with his lungs filled up with salt water and stone dead from drowning. How much would you pay to see that?
Pay? Pay to see a drowned man? Are you insane? Why would I pay to see a drowned man? What's the point in looking at a man who's drowned? I wouldn't look at a drowned man if they paid me. You're mad. Get out of here.
No. I don't actually drown, you see. I merely impersonate a drowned man. I jump in the icy cold water, splash around a bit, flail my arms, yell for help a few times, go under, bubble, 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 come up, floating head down, all puffy-like. It sends a chill down your spine. 3 rubles for individual performances, special rates for groups, and show starts in 2 minutes.
I can't believe I'm discussing the price of an admission to a drowning.
Oh, you missed the whole point, sir. This is not just some cheap thrill. This is a rich tableau filled with social implications. A drama. Not tragic and ironical in view of its rather comic features.
Comic, yes. And what's comic about it?
Well, sir, I blare up my cheeks and I bulge out my eyes and I yell for help in a high squeaky voice. It sounds like a pig squealing.
You actually expect me to pay to hear an underwater pig squealing?
I've just had a very successful season, sir. Sold out in August. So, what do you say? Shall I book you for the dinner show?
What do you mean, dinner show?
Oh, well, I jump in the water, I flail my arms, and I throw you a nice fish. I do believe the halibuts are running out, sir.
Why do I stand here listening to this?
I do wish you'd tell me your decision soon, sir. In about 5 minutes, that restaurant throws the garbage in the water, and then it gets messy, and I do have my pride.
To hell with your pride. It doesn't prevent you from making a living imitating a deceased swimmer.
Oh! Oh! You sure know how to strike at a man's vulnerability, sir. Oh, how cruel!
Sorry, I didn't mean to be cruel.
Oh, you completely overlooked the finer points of my profession, sir. Have you ever seen a coal miner at the end of the day? Filth and grime all over his body, black soot in his nostrils and in his ears, black grit in his teeth. Disgusting! Or a barber at the end of the day. The clippings of other people's hairs in his hands. It gets in his bread, his soup. Oh. It's nauseating. Do you know where a surgeon puts his finger?
No,
or
please.
a farmer his feet? Every man who works eventually touches something filthy. But not I. I work with water. Water is wet. It's clean. It's purifying. I don't have to take a bath when I go to water. I have done it. Can you say the same?
I'm not going to discuss my toilet habits with you. My God, you're infuriating. There must be a carriage around here. Cabby! Cabby!
You completely look everything, sir. Believe me, you're gonna regret this. One night, you're gonna be bored to death, dying to see a good drowning, and I will be gone. This is my last week here. I close on Sunday, and next week, I'm in Yalta.
There's a police officer now. If you don't get out of here, I'll have you arrested for soliciting.
I'm not soliciting. I'm in the maritime entertainment business.
Drowning is not maritime entertainment. You're a waterfront lunatic. Officer! Officer!
Okay, I'm going. I'll tell you this. The drowning business is not what it used to be.
Is there anything I can help you with, sir?
There's a man there behind the docks there. He's been pestering me all evening. I shouldn't be surprised if he were deranged.
Oh, there's a lot of bad characters around these docks at night, sir.
Yes.
Gentlemen like you shouldn't be wandering around. What was he pestering you about?
Well, I warn you, you're going to find this strange, but he wanted to charge me 3 rubles to watch him drown. Can you imagine?
Strange. It's outright thievery. It's not worth more than 60 kopecks. You can get as fine a drowning as you'd want to see and not pay a penny more. 3 rubles, what nerve!
You seem to miss the...
There's 2 brothers on the next pier. For 1 ruble each, they'll give you a double drowning. You have to know how to bargain with these men, sir. Get your money's worth.
It's not a question of price.
3 rubles. Why, just the other day, right over there, 14 men acted out an entire shipwreck for 3 rubles. On a good day, for 10 rubles, you can get a whole navy going down. Yes, sir, 60 kopecks. That's all I pay to see a good drowning. Stick to your price, sir, and have a nice evening.
It's come. It's finally come. The day the world has gone mad has arrived at last. Psst. Psst.
I see the officer is gone. What did you tell him, sir?
Tell him. I told him that you were mentally unbalanced. Unfortunately, he was a little more mentally imbalanced than you were.
Well, I do appreciate you not causing me any trouble, sir. And in gratitude, I'm going to lower my price to an all-time low. Ready? 80 kopecks.
80. 80, you thief. You conniving, wretched, deceiving little creature. I won't pay you more than 60.
60? 60 kopecks for a drowning? But where's my profit? My towels cost me 40 kopecks. Another 40 for the guy who fishes me out. 60 kopecks. What's the point? I might as well stay under.
60 kopecks, sir. Take it or leave it. You can't cheat me.
You're a hard man, sir. A hard man. 60 kopecks it is.
There you are. Take it a bill.
God, I hope my son doesn't want to be a drowner.
All right, then where shall I stand?
Right here, sir, at the edge of the dock. It's where you'll get the best view.
It's a bit dark down there. You sure I'll be able to see well?
Oh, that's what makes it so eerie, sir. And the eerier, the more entertaining. Anyway, here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, almost forgot. When I come up for the third time, yell at the top of your lungs. Popnichevsky! Popnichevsky!
Who's Popnichevsky?
He's the guy who comes in after me, sir. I can't swim, sir.
You can't swim! You're going to drown yourself not knowing how to swim!
That's what makes it so exciting, sir. Popnichevsky always waits till the last second before jumping in and pulling me out. He's in that restaurant over there, having a drink. Popnichevsky, don't forget that name. Now, yes, please do write it down. Now, I hope you like the show. If you do, tell your friends. And, in the soup, as we say. Oh dear God, someone help! Oh God!
Can you come closer, please?
I can't quite see you over there.
I can't swim, someone help!
Well, that's nice.
Someone, I'm drowning!
Guess what? I've had enough of that bit now. Can you drown now? Oh, well, that's the third time, isn't it? Oh, dear God, what was that fellow's name? Next actress, please. Next actress, please. Name?
What?
Your name?
Oh, Nina.
Nina. Is that it? Just Nina?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Nina Mikhailovna Zarknaya.
Age?
My age?
Yes, please. That means how old are you?
Oh, well, how old are you looking for?
Couldn't you answer the question simply, please?
Yes, sir. But I just wanted you to know, I can play any age you'd like. 16, 30. In high school, I played a 79-year-old dramatic woman, and it was very believable. 78-year-old dramatic woman told me so herself.
Yes, but I'm not looking for a 78-year-old dramatic woman. I'm looking for a 22-year-old girl. Now, how old are you?
22, sir.
Really? I would have guessed 27, 28.
Oh, I have a bad head cold, sir. It makes me look older. Last year, when I had influenza, the doctor thought I was 39. I promise, I can look 22 when you need it, sir.
Do you have a temperature?
Yes, sir. 103.
God, what are you doing walking around in the dead of winter with 103 temperature? Go home, child. Go to bed. You can come back some other time.
No, please, sir. I've waited 6 months to get this audition. I waited 3 months just to get on the 6-month waiting list. If I get put at the end of that list again, I'll have to wait another 6 months. And by then, I'll be 23, and it'll too late to be 22. Please, sir, let me read for you. I'm really feeling much better. I think I'm down to 101 now.
I can see you have your heart set on being an actress.
My heart, my soul, my very breath, the bones in my body, the blood in my veins.
Yes, we've had enough of your medical history. But what practical experience have you had?
As what?
Well, for example, the thing we're discussing, acting. How much acting experience have you had, girl?
You mean on stage? Well, I studied acting for 3 years under Madame Zolienska.
Zolienska. She teaches here in Moscow?
No, in my high school, in Odessa. But she was a very great actress herself.
Here in Moscow?
No, in Odessa.
You are then, strictly speaking, an amateur.
Oh, yes, sir, in Moscow. In Odessa, I'm a professional.
Yes. That's all very well. But you see, we need a 22-year-old professional actress in Moscow. Odessa, although I grant you a lovely city, theatrically speaking, is not Moscow. I would advise you to get more experience and take some aspirins.
I've traveled 4 days to get here. Won't you just hear me read?
My dear child, I find this very embarrassing.
Even if you were not to employ me, just to read for you would be a memory I would cherish for all of my life. If I may be so bold, sir, I think you are one of the greatest living authors in all of Russia.
Really? Really, that's very kind of you. Perhaps you do have a few minutes.
I've read everything you've written. The articles, the stories. I love the one about... the one about... oh, dear God, every time I think of it, I can't control myself.
Really? Which story is that?
The death of a government clerk. I laughed for days.
Death of a government... I don't remember that. What was that about?
Oh, Sherchikov. The sneeze. The sneezing splatter.
Oh, yes. You found that funny, did you?
Yes.
Strange. I meant it to be sad.
Oh, it was sad. I cried for days. It was tragic.
Was it, really? And of everything you've read, well, what was your favorite?
My very favorite.
Yes. What was it?
Tolstoy's War and Peace. You asked me what my favorite was.
Well, you're an honest little thing, aren't you? It's refreshing. Irritating, but refreshing. Very well. What are you going to read for me?
I shall like to read from the Three Sisters.
Indeed. Which sister?
All of them. If you have the time.
All of them. Good heavens, why don't you read the entire play while you're at it?
Thank you, sir. I know it all. Act 1. A drama in the grocer's house. It is midday. A bright sun is gleaming through the large French door.
That's not necessary. An excerpt will do nicely. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I shall like to do the last moment of the play.
Good. That shouldn't take too long. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, I've been ready for the past 6 months, sir. Not including the 3 months it took to get on the 6-month waiting.
Please.
Begin.
Yes, sir. Oh, sir, could you please say, ta-ra-ra, boom die, sit on the curb I may.
Certainly not. Why would I say such an idiotic thing?
I don't know, sir. You wrote it.
Ugh.
Shabutakin says it at the end of the play. It would help me greatly if you could read just that one line, sir. I'd waited 6 months for this. I walked all the way from Odessa.
All right. Very well then. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Tarara bundier. Sit on the curb, I may.
And Masha says, oh, listen to that music. They're leaving us. One has gone for good. Forever. We are left alone to begin our lives over again. We must live. We must live. And Irina says, soon we shall know what all this is for. There's all this suffering. There will be no mysteries. In the meantime, we must live. We must work. Only work. Tomorrow I shall go alone. I shall teach in the school. I shall give my whole life to those who need it. Now it is autumn. Soon winter will come and cover everything in snow. I will go on working. Shall I finish?
Please.
And Olga says, the music plays so gaily, so valiantly, one wants to live. Thank God. Time will pass. We shall be gone. gone forever. Will be forgotten. Our faces will be forgotten. Our voices, and how many there were of us. But our sufferings will turn into joy for those who live after us. Happiness and peace will come to this earth. Remember kindly and bless those who are living now. My dear sisters, it seems as if just a little more, we shall know why we live, why we suffer. If only we knew. If only we knew. Thank you, sir. That's all I wanted. You made me very happy, sir. God bless you, sir.
Will someone go get her before she walks all the way back to Odessa?
Good morning, Mr. Keesnaw.
Please, lower your voice.
Sorry, sir.
It's just that my gout is acting up again and my nerves are like little firecrackers. The least little friction can set them off.
Must be very painful, sir.
Combing my hair this morning was complete agony.
Mr. Keesnaw,
What is it, Pachotkin?
there's a woman outside who insists on seeing you. We can't make head or tail of her story, but she insists on seeing the directing manager. Perhaps if you're not well...
No. The business of the bank comes before my minor physical ailments. Show her in, please. Quietly. Good morning, madam. Forgive me for not standing as I am somewhat incapacitated. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Now, what is it I can do for you?
You can help me. My God, I hope you can help me. No one in this world seems to care!
Calm yourself, madam. Please, beg of you, calm yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sure we can sort it all out if we approach this problem sensibly and quietly. Now, what exactly is the trouble?
Well, you see, it's my husband, Collegiate Assessor Shulkin. He's been sick these past 5 months. 5 agonizing months.
Well, I know the horrors of illness and can sympathize with you, madam. What exactly is the nature of this illness?
It's a nervous disorder. Everything seems to grate on his nerves. If I so much as touch him, he screams out in pain. How or why you got it, no one knows.
I have an inkling. Go on, please, a little less descriptively if possible.
While he lay in bed recuperating.
You're not going to scream again, are you?
No, not that I don't have reason to. While he lay in bed recuperating these past 5 months, he was let go from his job for no reason at all.
Well, that's a pity, certainly. However, I don't see the connection with our bank matter.
You don't know how I suffered. I nursed him from morning till night, doctor him from night till morning, on top of taking care of the house, feeding the kids, taking care of the cat, the dog, the goat, my sister's bird who's sick.
The bird was sick.
No, my sister. She gets dizzy spells. She's been dizzy for about a month now. She's getting dizzier every day.
Extraordinary. However,
And then I have to take care of her kids and her house and her cat and her goat. And her bird bit my cat, so my oldest daughter, the one with the broken arm, drowned her cat. Now she wants my goat in exchange for she'll drown my cat or break my oldest daughter's other arm.
well, you've certainly had your pack of troubles, madam, but I don't quite
And
see...
then I go to get my husband's pay and discover they've deducted 24 rubles and 36 kopecks. For why, I ask. He borrowed from the employees' fund. He never would have done that without asking me. I'd break his arm. Not while he's sick, of course. I'm not well myself, you see. I have a terrible cough.
I can well see why your husband took 5 months to recuperate. But, madam, what is it you want from me?
What rightfully belongs to him. My 24 rubles and 36 kopecks. They won't give it to me because I'm a woman. Weak. And defenseless. Some of them have even laughed in my face. Laughed. Where's the humor in that? Laughing at a poor, defenseless creature.
None. I see none at all. However, madam, I don't wish to be unkind, but I'm afraid you've just come to the wrong place. Your petition, no matter how justified, has nothing to do with us. You'll just have to go to the agency where your husband was employed.
Don't tell me to go to another agency. I've been to 5 agencies today. I'm going to lose my mind. None of them will even listen to my petition. My hair is literally falling out of my head by the fistful. Look at it.
Please, madam, keep your hair in its proper place. Now, listen to me carefully. This is a bank. A bank. We are in the banking business. We bank money. Funds that are brought here are banked by us. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
I cannot help you.
Are you saying that you cannot help me?
I'm trying. Don't think I'm making headway.
Are you saying that you don't believe my husband is ill? Here. Here's the doctor's certificate. Here's the proof. Look at it, and you tell me if you doubt if my husband has a nervous disorder.
Not only do I not doubt it, madam, I swear to it.
You didn't read it, you just looked at it.
It's really not necessary. I know full well how your husband must be suffering.
What's the point of a doctor's certificate if no one will look at it? Oh, look at it!
Oh, yes, I see your husband is sick. It says right here on the doctor's certificate, well, you certainly made a good case, madam. However, I'm still afraid you've come to the wrong place. I'm getting excited.
You lied to me! I took you as a man of your word and you lied to me?
I lie when?
When you said that you read the doctor's certificate. There's no way you could have read of the seriousness of my husband's illness and not seen he was unjustly fired. Don't take advantage of me just because I'm a weak, defenseless woman. Do me the common courtesy of reading the note and then I'll go. That's all I ask. Read it, and then I go.
I already read it once, madam. What's the point of reading something twice when I've already read it once?
You just looked at it. You didn't read it.
I read it in detail.
Then you must have read it too fast. Read it slower.
I don't have to read it slower. I'm a fast reader.
Then it must not have sinked in. Read again and let it sink in.
I absorbed it. It sank in. I could pass a test on what's written here. But it doesn't make any difference because it has nothing to do with our bank.
Did you read the part where it says he's suffering from a nervous disorder? Read that part again and tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, yes. That part. I see your husband has a nervous disorder. My, how terrible. Only I can't help you. Now please go.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. I hope I haven't caused you any
Can you get this in your balding head? You just realized you come to us with this kind of a claim. It's as strange as you getting your hair cut at a butcher shop.
You can't get your hair cut at a butcher shop. Why would anyone go to a... Are you laughing at me?
Laughing. I'm okay, I'm still breathing. Pajotkin!
Did I tell you I'm fasting? I haven't eaten in weeks. I tried to, but nothing stays down. I've had the same cup of coffee 3 times this morning.
Pajotkin!
I'm skin and bones! I think at the slightest provocation. Watch. 8 times a day that happens!
Listen, Mr. Keesnow, what's wrong?
Get her out of here! Who let her in my office?
You did, sir. I asked you and you said, show her in.
I thought you meant a human being, not a lunatic with a doctor's certificate.
I showed him the doctor's certificate and he threw it back in my face. You look like a kind person. Take pity on me. You read the doctor's certificate and tell me if my husband's sick or not.
I read it, madam, twice.
Me too. I had to read it twice too.
You showed it to me outside. You showed it to everyone. We all read it, even the doorman.
Don't argue, just read it, Pajotkin. Read it so we can get her out of here.
You didn't look at it, you just read it.
Oh, I see. It says your husband is sick. Okay, now will you please leave or else I'm going
Yes, yes, good. Remove her. Get the doorman and 2 of the guards. Be careful, she's strong as an ox.
If you touch so much as touch me, I swear I'll scream so loud the whole city will hear. No one will want to bank with you if you think you'd be a weak, defenseless woman like myself. I'm gonna faint again.
Weak. Defenseless. You are as defenseless as a charging rhinoceros. You, madam, are as weak as the king of the jungle. You are a plague, madam. A plague that wipes out all that crosses your path. You are a raging river that washes out bridges and stately homes. You are a wind that blows villages over mountains. It is women like you who drive men like me to the condition of husbands like yours.
Are you saying you're not gonna be able to help me then?
Hit her, Pachaki! Strike her! I give you permission to knock her down! Be some sense into her!
Do you see how he has you abuse me? He'd have you beat an orphan mother. Did you hear my cough? It's a terrible cough. Don't touch me! Help! They're beating me, oh merciful God! They're beating me!
I wasn't beating you, I was just holding your arm.
Beat her, you fool! Kick her while we've got the chance! We'll never get her out of here! Knock her senseless!
A curse on you. A curse on your bank and your depositors. May the money in your vaults turn to potatoes. May the gold in your cellars turn to onions. May your rubles turn to radishes and your kopecks to pickles. Stop it!
I beg of you, Pachaki, give her the money, give her anything she wants. We get her out.
My 24 rubles and 36 kopecks. That's all that's owed to me, and that's all I want.
Come with me, I'll get you your money.
Oh, and a ruble to get me home. I walk, but I have weak ankles.
Anything, give her anything for a taxi, only get her out.
Thank you, sir. You've been so kind. Curse be gone. Potatoes to money, onions to gold.
Remove her! Oh. Oh my God, my hair's falling.
One more thing, sir. I'm gonna need a letter of recommendation for my husband so he can get another job. But don't worry yourself about it tonight. I'll be back. In the morning. God bless you, sir.
Oh my God, she's coming back. She's coming back. She's coming back. Oh no, she's coming back. She's coming back. She's coming back. She's coming back.
In the vicinity of Vishenko Square, there is a small park that is seldom crowded. Here and there, a pair of young lovers strolling. A mother teaching her young child to take its first brave steps. Its inevitable failure is cushioned on the soft green grass. A dog owner throwing a stick to his faithful friend, which he fetches faithfully and intermittently. A young girl crying out, "Fresh flowers for sale," which is only partly true. They are for sale, but they're not terribly fresh. Still, it's a rather quiet, peaceful, and lovely setting. Certainly, one would never suspect this charming little spot would soon become a battlefield, which it did with marked regularity each Tuesday afternoon at 3. It was a quiet war, no gardens, no booming cannons, no marching beats, but a war nonetheless. The adversaries were 2 aged and retired officers, one military, the other naval. They had served their country long and with distinction, and now, in the twilight of their lives, still had flickerings of sparks igniting their passion, if, alas, no fire was ever started. They debated on every subject under the sun: wars, politics, women, literature. They never seemed to run out of anything to disagree about, and the only thing they did agree upon was to meet again the very next Tuesday at the same bench, for the purpose of continuing their disagreements. We are fortunate Today is Tuesday and the time you've just heard. Well, I best get moving along, because that same bench is the field of battle, and I've no want to get caught in the crossfire. I'll watch from a safe vantage point. There, beyond the children's swings. Approaching from the west comes the Navy, the east, the Army. If I had a drum, I would roll it.
What are we having today?
It's warmer than it was yesterday.
They say it may rain.
Look, here comes the sun. It's coming, it's coming.
All right. Anyways, it's your turn. Pick subject.
I've got one,
A good one.
in my opinion.
All right. What is subject?
Lunch.
Lunch. The subject is lunch.
It's my turn, isn't it? I pick lunch.
Not much a subject in my opinion.
Does that mean you concede?
I can see none! I merely stated the sports subject. What if it's lunch? It's lunch. Accept the challenge. Are you ready? Start.
Are you ready?
Would I say start if I were not ready? Start means start. Are you ready? Start!
Very well then. Appetizers.
Appetizer, yes.
To start up the perfect lunch, the best appetizer is herring.
Wrong.
Wrong? You don't think herring is best appetizer?
It's good. I never said it wasn't good. But it's not as good as caviar.
You're wrong. You see, caviar is too rich for an appetizer. It's best reserved for special occasions. Served with little champagne, huh? A snack, yes, but an appetizer, never.
What are you telling me? Fresh caviar, served with lemon juice, finely chopped eggs, raw onions, garnished with parsley, and served on lightly salted baked thin biscuits is not good appetizer.
Do you want to compare it with herring and white cream sauce with marinated onions and 2 large black olives sitting on either end of the plate, sprinkled with dill on freshly baked piece of brown bread to soak up the drippings of the herring, onions and dill into one final succulent mouthful?
You argue well. I can see the appetizer.
Thank you. Let's move on to the soup.
Ha! Soup, yes, I don't think we have many arguments here. The best soup is borscht.
Borscht! For soup, you pick borscht. Out of all soups in God's creation, you pick ordinary dish of borscht.
Not in a dish. And there is nothing ordinary about piping hot borscht, served with sweet sugar beets, Ukrainian style, of course, with ham and country sausages topped with thick white sour cream. Are you prepared to combat a soup like that?
I would sooner have cabbage soup, still steaming from pot, with thick chunks of boiling potatoes and globs of tender meat still hanging from the bowl. And sooner than that, I would rather have full-bodied vegetable soup with carrots, asparagus, cauliflower, and the right tomatoes. And sooner than that, I would rather have fish soup with tripe, giblets, and young kidneys, floated to the top so thick you would have to push your way into this soup.
Wait a minute, wait a minute! I'm not talking about your ordinary run-of-the-mill, everyday restaurant borscht. I'm talking about peasant borscht. The type of borscht you eat with 1 pound of cornbread in left hand and in right hand you have a big, heavy wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon. It's different. Never mentioned wooden spoon before. All right, I concede the soup.
Accepted.
Where do we stand?
You've one appetizer, I've one soup.
Up to here, close lunch, huh?
Da.
Next course.
This course is fish.
Oh, fish? We can forget about fish. I don't care for fish. Why don't you just pick a fish and I'll concede it.
You don't like fish.
I'm not dead set against it. I mean, fish is good in once a great while. I mean, I don't find it substantial. Never satisfies me. See, to me, the most important part of the meal is the roast. Why don't you choose a fish so that we can move on to the roast?
So you concede the fish.
Choose a fish and I'll concede it.
Very well. I choose a nice piece of pike.
Carp is better.
But you already conceded the fish.
I didn't know you were going to choose pike. I don't find pike a tasty fish.
What are you telling me? Fresh pike served with brown butter and sliced shallots is not tasty.
Oh, it's tasty. If you smother it with carp boiled and lemon juice.
But you already conceded the fish.
All right. I won't make an issue of it. Change it to carp and I'll concede the fish.
But carp is your fish, then I'd be conceding.
You could have chosen carp ahead of me. The option was yours.
Very well. If I drop pike and pick another fish, will you concede?
Very well. What do you change it to?
Brook trout broiled with sliced almonds.
Poached salmon with hollandaise.
I thought you didn't like fish!
Maybe it's the fish that you like that I don't like.
You're purposefully doing it.
You accuse me of being false to my taste? You dishonor me.
I dishonor no one. I covered skeletal fish.
Oh, so soon. There are so few fish that I like.
Very well. I choose fillet of sole cooked with white wine and grapes.
Okay. Sea bass cooked in black bean sauce.
Stalemate, stalemate!
All right. Don't get so excited. We still have roast to get through. Believe it is your turn.
I pass.
You pass on the roast?
I pass on my turn. I want you to go first. I don't trust you anymore.
Fine, makes no difference to me. For the roast, I contend there is nothing better than boiled beef served with peas, beans, white bread, and a cold spring vine. Can smell it already. Can barely contain the saliva coming out of my mouth. Now, I believe it is your turn. Unless you concede to boiled beef.
I do not concede to boiled beef.
And choose if you can a better roast.
I choose a nice piece of pike.
Pike is a fish! We're through the fish course!
Not in case of stalemate. In stalemate, you can always go back and try again.
When was this decided?
Just now, I decided it.
All right. You say pike again. See brook trout again. Double stalemate. Next course, moving on. Boiled beef, your turn.
Herring, borscht, and boiled beef. It's meal for cold, hungry foot soldier, not commanding officer and gentleman.
Am I being challenged or not?
I could challenge your boiled beef with partridge. I could challenge your boiled beef with brace of quail. I could challenge your boiled beef with firm young roast turkey.
A roast turkey. You may have something there.
I could challenge your boiled beef with ham. A big, fat, juicy, white meat, thick-breasted ham.
Certainly. A hen is always nice.
But I'm not going to do it. I challenge your boiled beef with a duck.
A duck? Oh, I didn't think of duck. How could I overlooked duck? Okay. What kind of duck?
A duckling. A nice, round, plump, young duckling. One that has taste of ice during first frost. And then roasted. And roasted to crisp, golden brown. Skin so crispy, crackles in mouth.
I could see to duck.
And in dripping pan, potatoes are being cut so very thinly.
I could see thy sad.
And in the dripping pan, young onions are turning deep, golden brown, sizzling, and all that butter and fat, the aroma wafts into your nostrils and drives taste buds into a state of frenzy.
Are you deaf? How do you try to do like the good see to duck? You're purposely doing this to get back at me for not liking Pike. Ugh. Let's move on for 2 desserts. Oh, for God's sake.
And the duck is basking in juice of Spanish oranges.
Enough already! You're acting like a child over a silly piece of Pike!
Try it sometime with butter and oil and you won't think it's so silly.
Do you want to continue or not?
Very well. I'm still savoring my dog.
For dessert, I choose... I choose for dessert...
Well, out with it.
Hey, I'm thinking. I want to end the perfect meal perfectly. So I choose for dessert...
Cold peaches, sweet cream, and brandy.
That's mine! I choose peaches, sweet cream, and brandy. You can't take my dessert!
I can take it if it takes you an hour to think of it. For a meal to be perfect is not just what you eat. It's when it's served. If I waited for you to think of something, I'd be hungry again.
I refuse to argue with you anymore.
So you concede the lunch?
Are you through choosing?
Of course I'm through. I won clear-cut victory. Oh, concede fact and we can go home.
Wait. Are you sure you're through choosing? As far as you're concerned, perfect lunch is over.
Certainly it's over. What in God's name could follow cold peaches, sweet cream, and brandy?
A cigar! A big, black Panatella cigar. Followed by a 2-hour nap.
I forgot! I forgot cigar nap!
And you know what kind of nap you have? A delicious one. A delicious nap is delicate. It's not this long, tiring sleep you have at night. A delicious nap, you fall off. You have sweet dreams. And you drift off into soft sleep, like the kind you had when you were 30. That's how you end perfect lunch.
How? How could I forget cigar nap?
You know what comes after nap? A mint. A white tangy peppermint to kill entire sour taste out the mouth. Puh.
All right already!
And you know what comes with mint? A cozy file, blanket on your lap, afternoon newspaper, and dog at your feet to rub your toes on. When you open the newspaper, it's nothing but good news. France is having political trouble. They're starving in Ireland. And England is in financial crisis. Here, everything is good. And before you go to sleep, a letter is in the mail. It is a letter from Tsar saying he awards you another medal. And then finally, you drift off into sleep. With a smile on your face. And you have nothing better to do that evening until the perfect dinner is served. You want to go first? I'll let you choose. Or theirs.
It's my turn to pick subject, not yours.
Not today. I'm feeling well. Oh! It's getting chilly.
You don't look so good. You're a little pale. Perhaps you should see doctor.
Perhaps it's a good idea. Maybe I'll drop it on Dr. Wyszynski.
Wyszynski. Oh. That's butcher? Knows about as much as doctoring as my 3-year-old granddaughter.
Are you saying you know better doctor in all of today than Wyszynski?
Do you challenge me?
Oh, I challenge you. But not today. Next week.
Next week it is then. And you're right. It is too chilly.
No? No? It's getting warmer. The sun. It's coming up.
It'll rain before you get home.
Next Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
This next one goes back a good many years ago to my youth. I was 19 years old to be exact, and in the ways of love, I was not only unschooled, I hadn't even been in the classroom. As for connubial bliss, I dared not think of it. And as for impregnation, I chose to believe it was caused by the husband giving the wife a most ardent handshake before retiring. Left it at that. My father was a wonderful man, quite liberal in his thinking, and on the occasion of my 19th birthday, he decided to introduce me to the mysteries of love. He was, however, a frugal man, and decided to escort me himself to see in the matter of bargaining that I will not be taken advantage of. Picture me, if you will, as my own dear father. Antosha! Antosha! Quit standing there in the dark like a puppy dog. Come over here. We have some adolescence to get over with.
I'm not well, Father. I'm sick.
You know, 19 seems so much older at the time. Sick? Sick? What's wrong with you?
I haven't thought of it yet. Give me a few minutes.
Fear, that's all that is. Pubescent fear. I was the same way when I was your age.
I never knew you were my age, Father. I always thought you was older.
How old do you think I was when I was with my first woman?
You were with a woman, Father?
Certainly I was with a woman. All men who become fathers have been with a woman at some point in their life.
The same woman?
Certainly not the same woman. My God, don't you discuss these matters with your young friends?
Oh, yes. All the time. But we get too excited to listen.
It's a man's obligation to enter a marriage experienced in the ways of love. Otherwise, valuable years are wasted on endless groping.
I don't mind wasting a few years groping, Father.
All in the process of becoming a man, Antosha. First you learn to walk, then you learn to talk. Now you'll learn this.
Are you sure, Father? I'm really not walking and talking that well.
We can't afford to delay any longer. I don't want you becoming an old man, waiting to become a young man. I'm going to go in there and have your first experience with a woman, or am I going to have to punish you?
Father, I don't think we're going to find any women of high moral character around here.
We're not looking for high moral women. There are too damn many high moral women in the world as it is. That's why so many high moral men have to come down to places like this. Let's get on with this business.
Can I hold your hand, Father?
Certainly not. You can't go in there to become a man holding your father's hand. Antosha, we can't afford to delay any longer. We don't have all day. I promised your mother that we'd be home by 9 o'clock. Now, we have exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes for you to mature.
You mean you told Mother where we were going?
You find me so cruel and insensitive. I told her we were going out for a nice walk, just to get some idea.
Well, Mother becomes suspicious when she notices that I've come home all grown up.
It doesn't show, Anton. You don't get spots like measles. You may have a small smile on your face, that's all. Now come along.
Father, aren't there any other ways to become a man? I mean, couldn't I grow a mustache?
Antosha, tell me the truth. If you'd rather not go through with it, I'll take you home.
Take you home.
Wait until I ask the question. Would you rather not go through with it? I'll take you home.
Take me home.
Very well then. Let's go home. You can get in the bathtub and play with the sailboats until you're ready.
Will you be angry at me?
No.
Will you be disappointed with me?
No.
Will you be proud of me?
No.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good boy, Anton.
If I like it, can we do it again?
No! I didn't bring you down here with the intention of leaving you here. My God, it's a difficult business being a liberal father.
Evening, gentlemen.
Oh, God!
Steady, boy. Steady.
Is she one of the teachers?
She looks like the principal to me.
Well, not, son. She's a charming looking girl.
I'll go over and attend to your tuition.
Father, couldn't I take a correspondence course?
No. Stand there and stop twiddling with your hat. This is not a hat twiddling business. I'll be right back. Evening, madame. Lovely April night. What did you say?
Is it April already? I don't get out very much.
No. I can well understand that. Well, I'd like to discuss with you a matter of some delicacy.
30 rubles.
So much for delicacy. 30 rubles, you say? Well, I'd say that's quite fair for me, but it's not for me. It's for my young and experienced son. That's him over there. The knee's buckling.
It's still 30 rubles, sir. We don't have children's prices down here.
No, of course not, but I'd say that 30 rubles is a bit high for a boy of 19. Would you consider, say, 15 rubles instead?
For 15 rubles, I read Peter Rabbit. Sir, a Norwegian ship is due in here tonight, and I have to go in and put on my blonde wig.
Wait. There is an accentuating circumstance. It's the boy's birthday, and I wanted to give him a gift. What do you say?
How about an umbrella?
See here. In my day, 30 years ago, I shared the pleasures of the most delightful girl on this street. Ilka the milkmaid, she was called. She cost me a mere 10 rubles.
Well, she's still here. If you want her, she's down to 6 rubles now.
Father, oh father,
Yes,
am I ready yet?
in a second, I'm still shopping. He's really a lovely boy. Fragile and sweet. Tells the most delightful stories. I'm sure you'll find him most entertaining.
Haven't you got it the wrong way around, sir?
Father, I'm getting chilly.
Well, run around, jump up and down. Be patient. You've waited 19 years for this. What's another few minutes? 20 rubles, not a kopeck more. There's only so much I'm willing to spend on an education. Please, it's for my boy.
Settled. You're a good and loving father, sir. I respect you for it. If I had a father like you, I would have never ended up here on the streets bargaining with fathers like you.
I'm sure there's a moral in there somewhere. I just don't see it yet. Settled. 20 rubles. There's just one other request I have. At the conclusion of the evening's festivities, I would appreciate it greatly if you were to say, "Happy birthday." From Papa.
Happy birthday from Papa. Would you like any candles, sir?
Certainly not. Yes. Gentleness, that's all I ask. Gentleness. Dear heavens, a tear. A thing to cry over.
I'll wait upstairs. 2 flights up, second door on your left. I'll be gentle, sir.
Thank you. The girls these days are so much more understanding.
And may I say, it's men like you who make me proud to serve in my profession.
Wonderful nurse you would have made. Antosha, school's in. Settled, my boy. 20 rubles. You have to know how to bargain with these people. All right, off you go. 2 flights up, second door on your left. Take your time.
Father, do I say anything to her?
What?
Like, hello?
Hello would be nice. Goodbye would be good too. Go on, she's waiting.
Father, are there any instructions you want to give me?
That's what I'm paying her good money for. The questions you ask. Go on, boy, before I have to pay her overtime.
Yes, Father, I'm going.
What is it now?
It's funny, but when I come down those stairs and onto the street, I won't be your little Antosha anymore. I'll be Anton the man! Well, thank you, Father. Go on.
Wait, Anton.
Yes, Father?
I was just wondering, mind you, but would you like a nice umbrella instead? There's plenty of time next to you, young man. Plenty of time next to you.
If you wish, Papa. Yes, Papa.
I hope that portrait of my father came out with some affection. I loved him very much. And yet, with him, as with all the other characters I've shared with you tonight, I have a sense of betrayal. Every time I put my pen down after a day's work, I can't help but feel I've robbed my friends of their precious life fluid. What torments my conscience even more is that I had a wonderful time writing tonight. But before I go, what was it we were talking about? Early on, before the story of Chekhov? Ah, yes. I wanted to say what it was as a child I most wanted to do with my life. Now then. Funny. For the life of me, I can't remember. But somehow, as I stand here with a feeling of great peace and contentment, in some measure, I suspect I must be doing it. Thank you for this visit. If ever you pass this way again, please drop in. Good night. Wait! There is an alternate ending. If ever you pass this way again, I hope you inherit 5 million rubles.